Folks, let's be honest. Life can be a bit of a crapshoot. It's like trying to parallel park in a snowstorm while blindfolded, and someone keeps yelling, "The rent is due." Sometimes you got to get creative. Sometimes you got to think outside the box. Or in our case, outside the damn stratosphere. We're talking about tapping into some next level stuff here, negotiating with your shadow and summoning money from the moon. Now, before you switch the channel, hear me out. This isn't about actual sorcery, although wouldn't that be something? It's about embracing the absurd to unlock your potential. Think of it this way. If you're brave enough to haggle with the darkest parts of yourself and ambitious enough to believe in lunar windfalls, imagine what else you can achieve. Buckle up, Buttercup, because things are about to get weird and hopefully very, very profitable. All right, let's talk shadows. No, not the ones that make you trip on the sidewalk. We're talking about the metaphorical kind, the ones made up of your doubts, fears, and insecurities. They lurk in the back alleys of your mind, whispering, "You're not good enough or you'll never amount to anything." Jerks, right? But here's the thing. Your shadow is a part of you. It's like that weird cousin you try to avoid at family reunions, but you're stuck with them. Ignoring them won't make them go away. In fact, it just makes them louder, more obnoxious. The key is to sit down with your shadow self and have a little chat. This isn't about surrendering to your negativity. It's about understanding it. What's your shadow afraid of? What's holding it back? Once you know, you can start negotiating. Negotiation is all about give and take. Want your shadow to stop whispering doubts in your ear while you're trying to give a big presentation? Maybe offer it a nice, calming cup of chamomile tea and a weighted blanket. Okay, maybe not. The point is, figure out what your shadow needs to feel heard. Maybe it's acknowledging your fears instead of burying them. Maybe it's finally confronting that limiting belief that's been holding you back. Remember, your shadow isn't the enemy. It's just trying to protect you, albeit in a very unhelpful way. Once you've reached an understanding, you can start setting boundaries. Tell your shadow, "Look, I appreciate your concern, but I got this." It'll grumble, it'll moan, but eventually it'll back down. And maybe, just maybe, it'll even start cheering you on. Section 4. Moon Money 101. Why not fund your dreams with moon dust? Now, let's talk about everyone's favorite celestial body, the moon. It's big, it's beautiful, and it's allegedly made of cheese. But more importantly, it represents limitless possibilities. We're talking about tapping into the moon's abundant energy to attract some of that sweet, sweet cash. Now, before you start drawing pentagrams on your lawn, let's be clear. We're not talking about literal money raining down from the sky, though that would be pretty spectacular. This is about shifting your mindset from scarcity to abundance. Think of the moon as a giant cosmic checkbook. It's out there just waiting for you to cash in. You just need to know the right account number, and by account number, we mean belief in yourself and your ability to manifest your desires. Section 5. Reaching for the cosmic checkbook. Visualizing your lunar wealth. Visualization is key when it comes to summoning money from the moon. Close your eyes and imagine yourself swimming in a crater filled with gold doubloons. Picture yourself buying that yacht you've always dreamed of, paying off your student loans in one fell swoop, and finally telling your boss to take this job and shove it, respectfully of course. The more detail you can muster, the better. What does that lunar cash feel like in your hands? What's the first thing you're going to buy with your newfound wealth? Remember, the universe loves specificity. Now, open your eyes and write down your moon money goals. Make them big, make them bold, and make them ridiculously specific. Want to buy a private island shaped like a giant rubber ducky? Write it down. The universe doesn't judge.